months back, one of the world's most famous, iconic and oldest two-wheeler brands came to India in the form of Indian Motorcycles. Last month, in the month of May, they opened up their first showroom for India, and ever since, both sales and deliveries have been taking off very, very well. Now, the man behind all this is the same person who also got Polaris ATVs to India, and his name is Pankaj Dubey, MD of Polaris India Private Limited. Welcome to Guide.com, sir.
Thanks, Bunny.
Now, before I open a box of questions, could you please tell our viewers which is the next brand coming to India from your end?
A lot of speculations are going on in the market about this brand that we already possess and we have not launched in India, the Victory Motorcycles. And we are right now doing the market study of that, and we have not decided on when to launch, but surely at some point of time we'll introduce those products in India.
It's a very niche segment with models being over 25 lakh rupees. So a very basic question, what is your expectations from the segment, and how do you see Indian Motorcycles capturing a part of share of the niche segment?
As you know, this is very most premium products that we are selling in India.
Right.
25 lakhs is the starting point,
right,
and it goes right up to 32 lakh rupees, 32.5. So this product price and this price point, the market size is about 200 units.
Okay.
And what we are targeting is about 10% of that in the first year.
Okay.
And we are very hopeful that we'll maybe exceed that.
But that's a good thing. But targeting around 20-30 bikes in 1 year, are you only looking at this dealership, or what are your plans for India? Do we see actually Bangalore coming up in the next few months?
Yeah, we are looking at Bangalore and Mumbai to come up, but we will space it out, so it won't be simultaneous. Maybe at the end of this year we'll have one more dealership, and early next year we'll have the third dealership in India.
Talking of which, when it comes to serving customers in India, especially when you're selling a product that's as much as a premium luxury car, the customer wants a lot. So in case you are going to a customer who's outside your limits of a city, if he buys a bike, how do you serve him in terms of service and space?
I mean, service and space are all available out here, and we also have very good service engineers who can do a door service to him for a basic setup. You know, if there is anything which is major, then the vehicle has to come here.
Okay.
Otherwise, we can even service at the door. Like right now, the customers who are buying from outside of Delhi, what we are doing is that we are committing to them that we will come there to serve.
Now, Pankaj sir, the brand is really very old, and it's actually, as people say, America's oldest two-wheeler brand. It also means a lot of people in India, especially the second generation, know of the brand. And we've heard stories of people going crazy for the bikes at the launch of the bikes early this year, and of course launch of the motorcycle dealership in May. There's a story that a person actually carried all this cash in the pockets to buy a bike. Is this true?
Not all the cash, but he came in and he said that I want this vehicle right now here, and so we get a lot of customers like that, and it did happen during the launch time as well.
But I think that's a good thing, because somewhere half the work is done. People know about the brand. There are people who have been using the old age Indian bikes from Old Delhi and Korobag areas, and even the big bike groups, people know about the brand. So, and your association with people like Dr. Arun Thereja, I think even that helps a lot. So on that note, what is a typical Indian consumer like? What is his needs and what is his profile like?
You know, this is the motorcycle customer for the Indian motorcycle customer is the one who already owns few brand of motorcycles. He's a person who is like a high net worth individual, of course, mostly in business or the CEO of the companies, and they have a great passion for biking. So they love the biking, and they have been using a number of bikes, and now they want a real cruiser which they can go on a longer ride and enjoy comfortably. So that's a customer mostly living in the metro cities. That's the profile of the customer.
Now, Pankaj sir, you have been in the industry for a lot of decades, and thankfully for people like us, you have been associated with two-wheeler manufacturers also. From the days of LML to Hero to Yamaha, in fact, the RM5 and FZ have been developed by your core team as well. So on that note, you have seen the government changes, you have seen how industry has been changing. What is your take on the government policies? Are the government guys still very open to supporting a manufacturer to import a CBO and sell it for consumers?
I mean, I don't see big support coming in from the government to import and sell. I mean, good thing is that they have allowed a few years back 800cc and plus bikes to be imported into India and no homologation required, so that's a big respite. But the other things about the import duty, they have recently increased in the last budget. So it's not very encouraging. The duties are really high, so the people love the brand, people want to buy it, but it comes at almost like if you bring from US, it comes at a 2.5 times of the price that we sell in US. So the enthusiasts who really want to enjoy these vehicles, some of them just give up, okay, let the price come down or the duties come down, and that's when we'll buy. I would say that, they are encouraging manufacturing, but whatever is happening in the two-wheeler industry as of now is just that, it's not a full-scale CKD that's being done in India. So, I mean, the policies are towards supporting manufacturing, but there are no local manufacturers who are making big bikes. So I would say that, I mean, it has to be, yeah, it's good to have more manufacturing in India. As an Indian, I would also like that the Indian manufacturing should go up and everything should be manufactured in India. But I think we have to look at with some difference, like 800cc and above, nobody is making in India. So why put such a hefty, let the people enjoy, let the market develop, and then put something on a local manufacturing.
Now, Pankaj sir, your team in India is mainly 11 core people, and you're handling brands like Polaris and Indian, and these are different brands with different products and different customer profiles. So is this a huge challenge, especially with probably Victory also coming in?
It is a challenge, but at the same time, as far as the Polaris business is concerned, we didn't have any resource available in India to market or to sell the off-road vehicles because there's no manufacturer, no marketer selling it.
Right.
So we actually hired people mostly from the motorcycle industry. So that's a plus point that we have, that we have people who are actually very well entrenched in the motorcycle segment.
Right.
So handling a motorcycle brand is not that big a challenge. And as far as Polaris brand is concerned, now I have people who have 3 years experience.
Right.
So that way, it's a good thing, and I don't think it's a big challenge.
But is the same team also working on probably entering neighboring markets around India?
Yes, we are. So that's something also very interesting, that we are working around to markets like Bangladesh, Nepal, Sri Lanka, Kazakhstan. We have already finalized the Nepal distributor, so like that we are progressing in the neighboring markets as well with this team.
But on those terms, Nepal is a market that also has a very huge amount of taxes on import vehicles. So will the Indian bike first come to India, or it will directly come to Nepal?
No, the Indian subsidiary is going to send the product directly from US to Nepal.
Bypassing India.
Yeah, it will go through India. There's no bypass. It will go to the Calcutta port and then. But it's not going to physically be part of the Polaris India logistics. So it's a transfer from US directly to Nepal.
So no Indian customs involved?
No Indian customs involved for sure. Otherwise it's a double, so it's become virtually impossible for anybody to sell in Nepal.
Now Polaris has done a very good job when it comes to really going to the real customer, and if not, getting the customer to the fun zone to experience the Polaris machine. In fact, you can literally hire a machine to yourself for half an hour. What are your plans with Indian for that? Probably going for a group ride or giving prospective customers a ride?
Right now what we are doing is that we are doing some weekend rides on almost every Saturday or Sunday. Our dealership people will go on some area where you can actually drive these vehicles and give the enthusiasts the rides free of cost.
To wrap up this very open and interesting interview, a personal question. If you were to pick one model each from Polaris, Indian and Victory for your dream garage, which models would these be?
From Polaris, it's very easy. It's a Razor 1000 for sure. From Indian, I love this Chieftain. I always like it. So that's the vehicle that I will pick. And on the Victory Vision Touring. So that's an amazing vehicle. I like it.
Lovely dream garage. Thank you so much, Pankaj sir. Thank you so much.
Thanks, Bunny.
Thank you.
Thank you.